Hi, and welcome back to Double D's in a Pod. So it's me, Danny.
I'm Dimitri.
So what we decided to speak about today is things that you should know before moving in with your partner. Yeah, so little tips maybe, and
Warnings.
yeah, and red flags and just general stuff, man, because woo, can get a little tricky. But yeah, so what do you think is something that you would like the listeners to know
Before.
before moving in with someone?
I think it's important to know
Yeah.
and understand
Yeah.
your partner's social standing in
What
the
does that mean?
streets. You need to know if you're gonna live with someone and he's a busy, like a social butterfly.
Or where they are socially.
Yeah, you need to know whether moving in with this person is gonna grant you a sanctuary where it's gonna be like when I'm at home, or whether you guys are just gonna be because hopefully when you live together you move out. Don't live together in your parents' houses.
Woo, I so believe.
So yeah, hopefully you guys are moving out and living on your own, starting something out on your own. And you want to know whether it's going to be your, like I said, sanctuary or whether you guys are just going to be the base of operations for Bastrata.
Yeah, like is your house gonna be the hub of, you know, the streets? So it's busy. You can say as a drive through, as in and out, you know. I know for us, like we don't get any visitors. But
We have big dogs too as well. So.
yeah, so that helps. But it's not to a point like where you don't completely want visitors, just not on an unknown basis. Like
There are no pop-ins.
let me invite you
Stock buyers.
because
I was in the area.
you know what I'm saying. And because you will wait outside and nobody will come and help you. And I don't like phone calls. Everybody that knows the way I am knows that I do not appreciate phone calls. So if you phone me, whether you are outside or not, you WhatsApp me.
If you don't have plans.
WhatsApp me, even if you WhatsApp me a 10-minute voice note, rather, because I'm not the one. But yeah, I think one of the things that you should also take heed of is people's temperaments. So I would like to say there's not a time frame, you know, on like when it is okay, like how long you need to be dating before you move in. But I feel like know the person, you know, like know the person. Don't just think now you guys are still in the honeymoon phase. I hate that thing, honeymoon phase, because that's not true. Because it can be for life. But anyway, when you guys are in that fresh phase, man, and things are just alles is net, my baby does that, and everything is just going well. So you've never seen that person sad or depressed or hungry or hangry, and you don't know how to counter it. So I feel like you need to be comfortable, you know, with the person. Don't just move for moving and move because you want to live in your fairy tale of Disney Pixar movies and it's just going to be a vibe now. You guys are just going to be together and everything's going to be like, oh, wow, amazing, you know, because sometimes it just, you won't know until you actually do it, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that's also, I don't want to say impossible to know, but it's a little bit difficult, especially if you guys just visit each other, you know, like normal relationships start anyway.
Yeah.
You visit each other, and naturally when your partner visits, you put your best foot forward. But when you live with someone, you want to know whether this person can put their clothes in the basket.
Hey.
Or whether they just climb out of their outfit in front of the shower.
And then it's your job to pick it up.
And leave it there.
Say.
Or they shower and then walk out of the shower to the bedroom
Not
It's wet.
get
just,
serious.
Just wet.
Get serious with me.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of things, and you also need to understand whether you two loving together is gonna complement one another. So as one like work, the other one must enjoy doing dishes.
Yeah.
Or
Not even in that sense. It should just be like not a give relationship. Like in your relationship, you'll already know whether you do things for the other person and they do things without expecting it.
in the visiting.
Yeah, like in just casually in the relationship, like you'll see signs, you know. Like ek kan nie altyd die mense wat veel water gaan haal nie. At some point you must also fetch water for me, you know. So it's like you need to know whether there's gonna be empathy towards the partner, because a lot of people in relationships, like we said in the last episode, like date somebody that you like, fam, because you'll end up like not liking the person, or you know, not even, I don't want to say hatred, but just you know, you have this resentful nature, and now you don't communicate anything, and this person maybe does leave his clothes when he gets out the shower or whatever, and now you just on some mechanic in my pride, you just stay like ain't gonna be me, I ain't the one. We're gonna see. You can't have a relationship where you want to face each other. No.
The other thing is also you need to be kind towards one another, because nobody's gonna be at 100% all the time.
Exactly.
Yes. Not every day your partner's gonna wake up in the best of moods wanting to make
like,
the bed.
woo, brega.
Or make the bed. Just make the bed when they wake up. So sometimes you might have to make the bed.
But don't leave the house without making your bed.
Ja, enigiets kan gebeur. It's like the old people say
Yeah.
about dishes. Enigiets kan
As
gebeur
iets
in die
met my
aand.
gebeur in die aand en dan kom die mense dan sê hulle is dood van
Dis
vuil.
reg, dis morsig.
Dis morsig. Ew.
So yeah, there's definitely that. I also think there's a lot of stigma around people living together when they aren't married.
Yeah.
I think it's unfair,
Yeah.
because I do feel that in living together you get to know the person in their capacity as
Fully.
a spouse or partner or roommate, you know, just
To see what the compatibility of living together is. And I know, like, especially in our community, in the Christian community, it's very frowned upon for people to live together. But in the world we live in these days, I feel like it's important to know the person that you're with, because it's so different seeing someone or being with them outside than being with them, living with them. And I'm not talking about like sleeping over and I'm gonna go visit you, my mother's not at home, ons gaan mekaar meet buite op die hoek. Hou julle op met hy, anyways. Okay. I
especially
judge
if you guys are our age.
Yeah, stop. You are grown. But I feel like it's important to see somebody in their full capacity.
In their natural habitat.
Hey, without the brows, fam. Like if you draw your eyebrows on, let your boyfriend see you without your brows, fam. Like, you know.
Without your wig, if you
Or
guys
maybe-
are, if that's your thing.
Maybe he snores.
Ooh, definitely.
Maybe he snores. And now you've waited all this time and you maybe just, when you guys almost now lekker. It's like, oh, cute. Listen, now he snores.
Now
And
you're
then
married an ogre and
Now
there's no
you-
way out.
And now you haven't slept maybe because work has been demanding and now you're just like, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
in his
it's-
sleep.
It's definitely something. It's definitely something.
Yeah, because I mean, there's also, like, I feel like communication is the biggest thing when it comes to doing anything in a relationship. I feel like you need to communicate all the time. Communicate money. People don't speak about money. You need to communicate money. You need to communicate things, everything. Bills, responsibilities. You guys need to sort everything out. You need to know what are the chores, what are the duties, what are the things we need to do to sustain a life together. And it shouldn't be forced. It should be a thing of where just because he always buys the dog food doesn't mean that it's not going. If I see there's no dog food, I must just. It's his job. There's no jobs. There's no parcel here in the house. You must be able to be like, I can see that the toilet paper is finished, so I'm gonna buy toilet paper. And then when he sees the toilet paper is finished, then he must buy toilet paper. But once you start delegating things and you start living a life where there's no compliment, then it just becomes difficult.
It becomes impossible.
It becomes impossible. It really does. Yeah, so I feel like communication, definitely communicate with your partner at all times. And, you know, a lot of people are different. Because maybe you see him all the time when he's on leave, but you don't see him when he is actually at work, and he's had bad weeks, not bad days. And you know, there should be that kind of empathy where you need to also, if he is bringing 30%, then you bring the 70%. You know, you need to fill the gap. It can't always be 50-50. It's not always 50-50, but help your partner, you know, be there for your partner, raise them up.
Yeah, I think it's also in Afrikaans we always say is over and above fat and sit. It's not always just fat and sit. In some instances it's referred to as huisopsit. Can you and your partner build a home together? Or
That's true.
are you like college roommates?
Yeah, what's the vibes, sir?
What is the
What is the vibes?
what's the dynamic? Can you guys build together?
Yeah.
Or are you just gonna live together and each one pulls in a different direction?
Yeah.
So again, communication is important. Empathy, very important.
Yeah.
And yeah, just see if you guys are able to put up a home together before getting married.
Yeah, before having a home together.
Yeah, before, because like you said, you're gonna marry someone that you don't know in the
And
natural
then now
habitat.
you already
You're stuck.
iemand het jou ingeteken as Boppa dat dit. Now
Community
you
of
just be like,
property at that time.
yo.
He probably
Vibes
said
are not
said
vibing.
community of property, knowing full well
I
he
can't
leaves his
like
underpants
I
on
can't
the
like
floor.
Matty. You know what I mean? And now you guys are in this love bubble that you don't want to talk about serious things. Maar he ken nie werkie. He ken nie gaan aan kwatra. Because you
another
can't
thing,
be the one to foot the bill all the
Yeah,
time. I mean, especially if you're gonna move into a place and it's maybe a rental. Split the rent.
Don't take in strays.
Yeah.
Don't take in strays.
Yeah.
Don't just alter your living circumstance, because a lot of people live with their parents and they're comfortable and they're okay, but now you find the partner is not okay at all and he's
As a mama's boy.
Yeah.
Now he's moving in and he's making you his mother. Ek is niemand se man nie. Nee, kyk.
You must cuddle that grown
No.
man now.
I feel like you have made your bed, so you must also, you know, die what hulle say, what do you bring to the table? Maybe you must just bring something, even if it's a cup, like, you know what I mean, like, yo,
Yeah.
fam.
It's also it's definitely a decent way of trial by fire, because I have an uncle when his daughter wanted to get married, he didn't necessarily approve of her.
Moving out before marriage.
No, he didn't approve of her husband.
Oh,
And she hadn't moved out yet. And even he said, because his only daughter, you know, very protective father and stuff. He said, "My kan trou as die fashion nie. Vat en sit in jou eie huis. As die man jou naar maak, dan
that's
sit jy hom uit.
yes.
Dan sit jy hom uit. So, it's also, it's a great defense mechanism.
Op my toe. But yeah, like, it also brings me to the next point of like having me time, have your space, because you know it's all good and well in your head where you think like, oh, I want to spend every waking moment with my partner, like, oh, you know, I can't deal if he's not around. Well, I mean, you know, you get to a point where you become very dependent, and I'm not a dependent person. I'm a very independent person.
If you like your partner anyway.
Yes, if you like your partner, and if you allow your partner to be the person that you can be dependent on. But like I was saying, even if it's a small little nook where you just read your books, or you guys have your own spaces, your own
Times.
toilet time, I don't know. Don't let it be a thing where moving in with someone takes away your individuality, or your ability to do other things, or your crafts and your passions. And because in instance, like, your partner is the one that's supposed to fuel you know, your creatism. Your creatism is not a word.
Or your drive.
Creativity.
Your drive for everything.
You know what I mean?
And support.
Yes. So he should be the one to. I mean, there's a lot of times where I've seen a lot of people be with partners, and they have such amazing ideas and they have so much things that they want to do. And I've used someone say, "Nah, he's dumb. That's stupid.
Or someone is just polite.
It's not gonna work."
In there breaking you down, it's like, I don't think that'll work.
Fam,
Why not?
why not? and how do you know if
Okay, it won't work for you, sure.
Yes, and I mean there are partners that are jealous of their own partners. There are other partners that don't want to see their partners,
People are fearful.
you know, move forward and do better because they are afraid that they're gonna be left behind.
Yeah.
But I feel like you also then do something, fam.
The defense against that is you need to, it's mindset
Yeah.
and perspective. Because I think if you are able to elevate your partner high enough, then you don't need to be insecure about anything, because in elevating your partner, you also elevate your
Yourself.
partner outside
And
of
yourself.
the reach
Yes,
of other people,
that's true.
of the general competition. She say now like it's you and I maybe, and you want to do something, and I'm able to elevate you to somewhere. I'd like to think that the volgende out you're gonna be like also,
He's not gonna have that thing. He's
man.
gonna have that thing.
That's what I
Because
can
when I
see.
speak to this person about my passions, he's already here.
He's not speaking life into me.
Los hy man, kom ons gaan drink 'n bier.
Yeah, he's not speaking life into me.
Man, no ways.
It's definitely something. So before you even think about moving in together,
Yeah.
choose your partners wisely,
That's
guys.
true. That's true.
You really need to choose your partner wisely.
And also somebody that is sensitive to the way you are. So in a sense of, you know, you also sometimes want, maybe let's say you have a bad day and your way of dealing with it is not to communicate. It shouldn't be personal. It should be a thing of him trying to understand and what can I do to maybe allow this to happen or make it a little bit better. Because I'm non-communicable when I'm like upset. I need like time because my social battery runs out very fast. Like as soon as iemand ken ek werk heel dag and we have like 600 people at work. So it's people all the time. So if I have a day where I'm just like, there will be days when I'll be like, I just want to rant. And then there will be days where I just don't want to speak about it. Like if, you know, something happened to the patients or something really traumatic happened and I just need time to first deal with it on my own. And then maybe I'll speak about it or maybe I won't. But I feel like it's up to my partner to respect the way that it is instead of trying to attack me when I'm in that vulnerable state. So you should be able to be vulnerable with your partner. You know, like if you cry now, I can't be like, and then,
Which one is this one?
nigga, I thought you was an alpha. But,
I'm alpha alpha.
you know what I mean? You should be able to compliment. Like we said, compliment each other, be there for each other,
And you're gonna need to also protect each other.
protect each other, especially from friends and family. You don't always think it's the people outside.
Yes.
Protect each other from friends and family in your relationship generally. If it's you two, it's you two. So your relationship, I see a three-way strategy.
Yeah.
Like don't let your family disrespect your partner.
And especially when it comes to, soos ons gesê het, huis opsit, guaranteed there's
They're gonna be people that aren't happy.
there's no family member, especially if they're older. There's
Yeah.
very few of them that will be 100% supportive. Others of them will always have something to say, you know, about how unideal your house is.
Or your living situation, you
Ja, as
being-
lekker daar by die huis. Wie by die huis? My kind het nooit mieliereis geëet by die huisie. Ek sien die mense kook nou stammielies in die somer. You know, things like that. And also, another big thing. Another big thing is gender roles, guys.
Yeah, oh, don't lie.
Don't allow other people's ideas of gender roles to creep into your living space. Like,
Fam,
if people can, there are so baie aunties who would have 10 heart attacks if they had to find out I cook.
and lekker. Not just eggs.
Yeah.
Cook food, fam. And that time I'm like, okay, sometimes I'm just like, I prefer him to cook all the time.
There's a kitchen battery also that runs out too. You can't cook every
Well, you
day.
can't think. Now I'm just like, the ingredients are not giving me. But then he cooks and he cooks something amazing. I'm like, yeah, nice. You know what I mean? But don't let, if you come find him mopping the floor when you come now, it's like, says lazy van next to me, yay. Yay.
Don't let gender roles.
Nou en dan is ek en Dodda wat die fan reg maak. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Girls are wild. The girls are wild.
Because I'm like, man. But yeah, I feel like also there will be a lot of people who think they can say something.
Everybody
That
wants
time
to
is
say
that auntie that
something.
wants to say something but her marriage is failing. My ouma het altyd gesê, vier voor jou eie deur. Don't come and look outside as hot daar buite. Hey! Kyk, daar binne wat gaan aan. You can't, I won't respect you if you're gonna come and give me advice. Meanwhile, hey, as holiday in daar by jou. No, don't try me. I'm not the one. And also, don't be the one.
No, the two.
Let me tell you, don't be the one. Because let people know that you are an independent person, you're an adult. I mean, he's groot man, you can make your own decisions. Don't let people run your lives for you. You know what I mean? Like, people must respect you, and I feel like you need to demand respect from people. So, moenie dink dat auntie gaan vir hom nou iets sê nie, and I'm not gonna say anything. It's my man's eye. It's my doll, like. You know what I mean? And when I come home, I don't want to go, guys. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to other people's houses. I don't want to go to job. I don't want to travel. I want to be at home. It's so nice at home. I want to be at my house. I want to eat food and watch stuff and be with my. It's so wonderful. You won't see me. And I used to be Bastrata. You won't see me in the streets. I was like every time I go out, I need like 6 months recovery period before I see the streets again. And those who know me know it was wild thing. But yeah, just let it be known.
What's something that you feel they should know for, or a warning per se, or not a warning? Let's say maybe something that you'd like to share that's nice about living with your partner. Because all you said now is what shouldn't be.
What you shouldn't do.
What do you think is cool about living with your partner?
For me, what's not nice? It's nice, guys. For me, what's nice is